Model creators are asking VTubers whether or not they need a complex model, a pricey one that takes forever to make, or do they prefer a simple model, quick turnaround with a lower price point? Why and why not? And here are some replies from both perspectives. Yes, I personally don't want a lot of toggles that I just never use. And unfortunately, all those extra toggles and everything puts it way out of my budget. I'm on disability and PNG tubing at the moment and can draw my own model, but it would be nice if there were some simple rigs available for people in lower income brackets. I don't want or need the flashiest model rig, I just want something that lets me feel like myself while streaming and moves decently. A 600 to 800 quote-unquote stiff rig is actually my ideal as a client, but that kind of work never shows up in my feed compared to rigs that are flashy or innovative, so it's harder for me to know who's out there offering this. This is pretty much what I'm looking to get for my 2.0 model, though the only toggle I want is a drawing hand to use during my art streams. On the other hand, VTubing has become too inaccessible. Going for a low quality rig at still a relative premium price isn't an incentive to get into the hobby, let alone trying to make a career out of it. People know that having a low quality model will put you to the bottom of any interest from viewers because you don't have many features that can grab the attention of most people. Thus, it turns people away from wanting to even try getting into the hobby because everything is so far out of reach for the average person. I understand artists need to make a living, but clients also have to make a living before being able to even think about affording a good model and rig. Small VTuber here. I have a well-paying job outside of VTubing, and solely because of this, I can afford a $2,000 to $3,000 model, which looks passable by most standards. People can easily tell the difference between a cheap and a rush model versus a higher quality one. Higher cost one is my answer. And as the community is now saturated, the model entirely helps one stand out, as well as the artists who help creating it. It is possible to find a great model within this range, but seeing how the bar now is on average $5,000, artists and VTubers are both on the unlucky end. Rundown for a common model would be design $300, live 2D $1,000, rig $1,000, and these are all on the cheaper side, compromising on quality for the most part, as sadly not all artists have the same quality. Artists have to charge cheaper as the vast majority of content creators wanting to get into the sphere do not want to invest thousands on what can only comfortably be called a hobby. I get what people are saying when they say that a good fancy model doesn't make you successful. In the end, it's how entertaining you are. But I know for a fact there are a bunch of entertaining lesser known VTubers that no one bothers to look at. So even if the fancy model only gives you 15 minutes of fame and attention as a boost, why wouldn't you choose to get a head start? It seems like there are demands for both simple and complex models, but for some of those who prefer a complex, pricier model, it is not simply because they want it, nor can they casually afford one. They're saying that they need it for strategic reasons. It is a boost for starters. They buy a pricey model because it is not an option to not buy one. So to the model creators who say that VTubers are wasting money on complex models, on auto toggles, on all outfits and hairstyle, this is what the other side's reasoning is. To some VTubers, it is not merely a materialistic want, it is a strategic investment. And basically, we don't have a solution yet. Complex models is driving the model creators to a dead-end career. Some say that VTubers, you don't need your model to be this complicated. While some VTubers agree to that, there are also some VTubers coming out to say that all these complex features are not pointless. What do you guys think?